Hey Leute, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Infinity Strash, Dein oder Boken. Das letzte Mal sind wir stehen geblieben, nachdem wir in Kapitel 6 endlich Mom zurückbekommen haben. Und sauberes Kind getroffen haben. Didn't know he had a child.
How can this be? Where did I go so wrong? There was no way I could lose. How?
I don't know. Why didn't you ask this guy? You underestimated him, Mystic Scholar.
I see. All this time, thinking I was greater and more valuable. But the error was in my heart, wasn't it?
Kommst du mit?
Well done, Dai. That was an amazing Yvonne Strash.
Yeah, thanks to the Sword of Champions. Oh no! Not this one, too!
The power of the Dragon Crest destroyed one of the most famous weapons ever made?
Sorry to disappoint, but that blade is nothing more than an elaborate fake. And the real Sword of Champions has already been delivered to the Dark Lord Hadlar. And my mission, the Supreme Being study, is now complete!
What did you just do?
A gift for my father. It contains all the results of my extensive research. All of the knowledge that I have recorded. With its contents, he can continue the study into the creation of the superior beings.
You idiot! Your father, Zabora, cares for no one! Even in your final moments, you still want to impress him?
I'm aware of that. But still, I was nothing more than a tool used to do my maker's bidding. And now he will know this tool served its purpose. But despite what he is still my father. It's time. This is the fate of every superior being. When we are defeated, we leave nothing behind. I shall now crumble to black ash. Perhaps it's punishment for toying with the life the gods gave.
Samsa.
Spare me your pity, human. I am still proud of all that I have accomplished. For however brief a moment, I was the most powerful monster to exist, and I fought a difficult battle that most could not. But someday another superior being will defeat you all. I know. My struggle was not in vain. That's right. It could not have been in vain.
All that, all for respect in the eyes of his father.
No matter what Samsa said, somewhere deep in that heart, he just wanted to feel like he was loved.
I understand. I know how he felt.
Okay. Yep. Zeitkämpfer, yes. What do you mean I have... God damn it. Well, I shouldn't have... Ah, ja. Vertraute Speer, also für Chonko. Ich kann so viel aufladen. Eigentlich nicht, hier keine Dinger. Ich brauche wieder. Ich muss mal wieder ein paar Dinger grinden, ein paar Kristalle.
Alright, here we go! Fire, Earth, Slash!
Das war ein Fehler.
Darn it!
Aber he's dead.
How about that?
He did. Noch mehr.
Okay.
Ein Golem. Haben wir schon mal gegen den Golem gekämpft? Ich glaube nicht. Doch.
All right,
In
here we
der,
go.
in der Jankos-Kapitel. In der Ding. Und in der Schleichmission. Bye. Oh, wir hatten sogar Bonusmissionen.
Did it!
Gut.
Princess Leona is calling for a world summit. My presence has been requested in Patnica.
World Summit?
That's right. She's gathering the kings and queens and leaders of humanity to strategize for a battle against the Dark Army. The kingdoms have made almost no effort at working together, and the enemy has exploited this weakness. As a result, Orzam, Ringaya, and Karl have all been overtaken. But with the call of Princess Leona, the remaining kingdoms decided to collaborate and form a joint strategy to face the Dark Army as one.
Wirklich zwei Königreiche direkt nebeneinander.
So that's what she's been planning
Von
all
einem Schloss vom
along.
anderen Schloss aus.
An excellent idea. When will it be, Your Highness?
We kept this secret so as not to alert the Dark Army. But it should be fine now. It is to be held in 3 days' time. I was planning to leave this evening, but Ty, my boy, would you care to join me?
I'd like to, but we didn't manage to get the Sword of Champions, so...
Listen, people from all of the world's kingdoms are going to be attending. What if someone there knows about another legendary weapon?
Oh, I hope so.
That's true. Your Majesty, we'll leave for Papnica right away using Popp's Zoom spell.
Setting off again so soon?
Weil Moms
I should have
Gesicht so
known.
abgeschnitten, was heißt das,
Wait a
als ob sie
minute.
evil wäre.
Thank you. Without your help, none of us would have made it. You are a true hero indeed.
Ist ja auch Die. Die, my boy.
Gives, even after my amazing performance out there? You jerks! I was part of that battle too, you know!
Enough! You're making a fool of yourself.
How dare you, you stupid ghost! I don't think you have the right to talk down to someone like me!
Oh, he has the right.
Can't you tell? That ghost is Master Brokina.
This old man is the martial arts master?
Jetzt
But
muss Rashi.
Master, why were you in disguise?
I just wanted to see how you two would do in the tournament, so I whipped this old body into shape and followed you. I didn't expect everything to go the way it did, but in the end, I still got to see the
Told ya he did
well-earned
that to
results
Kichun.
of Mam's training. The experience was good for you as well, wasn't it, Chiu? I've been training you for 3 years, although your obsession with showing off certainly held you back. But it seems all you needed was to be backed into a corner. Your new move is quite impressive. I would actually say that you've grown.
You're a proper hero too, Ratty.
You've got real guts, friend. More than we expected.
That's just how it is, Chiu. Fame may follow you later on in life, but you must never seek it for yourself.
Master!
He's a good teacher. Well, should we go?
Master, I'd really like to travel with Miss Ma'am, may I?
Go ahead, but maybe ask them for permission first.
I thank you for everything. Hey, wait up, you three! If you insist, I would be willing to help.
And Zoom.
I love Popp.
Hey! Wait
was kinda mean.
Well, he hasn't exactly learned to be humble, now has he?
Maybe. Still, he's an interesting guy, I think. Just looking at him, all of my worries about being human or not seem almost insignificant. He's a good example to live by.
I suppose it might be nice to bring someone like him along.
Afterwards, the party returned to Papnica using Popp's Zoom spell and were greeted by Crocodine. Crocodine was delighted to see Mam had returned. The party then introduced him to their newest member, Chu. From there, Crocodine showed them Papnica's Grand Chapel, where Leona and the other leaders had gathered for the summit. Nevertheless, as the humans tried to unite in opposition to the Dark Army, a new threat drew near.
Eben 13. Back in Papnica.
Upon hearing that Leona was putting together a world summit, the party returned to Papnica. The princess wished to invite leaders from across the globe. Among the fallen nations, she could only rescue General Bosun of Ringaya. When Dai asked whether any of the attendees were versed in legendary weapons, King Vulcan of Terran was mentioned. Dai's party thus conferred with the king, who had arrived in Papnica. King Vulcan explained that the metal used to forge the Sword of Champions, or a calcum, was created by the gods. Only a small amount was bestowed to humanity. Therefore, he concluded it was unlikely that a blade stronger than the Sword of Champions existed anywhere. Dai then asked if there were any other powerful swords. In response, the king summoned the seer Merla to divine that which they sought. The word she divined was Landkirks, which just happened to be the name of Popp's home village, which he left behind to become a disciple of Avan.
Ow, 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 ow.
Sorry to drag you all the way out here. I just figured we could really use your skills.
No problem. I'm more than happy to help all of you. Oh, thank goodness. She's kind and warm. I can see why Popp likes her.
Wait, is she jealous of Mom? She loves Popp?
Seems like a nice place, doesn't it?
It's a tiny village. Nothing's really changed. The shop's up ahead. I'll be waiting right here.
You aren't coming with us?
If my dad sees me, it'll be bad.
Hey, does that lady work in the weapon shop?
Huh? Mom!
Popp? Is it really you?
Huh?
It's my boy!
Mom, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Aw, that's nice.
He must be really close with his family.
Dad?
Honey, look who made his way back home.
Hey, son.
Hi, Dad.
Suplex him!
You run off without a word for over a year? You think you can just waltz back in here like nothing's happened?
I love him. I really love him.
Calm down!
Apologies, we don't normally get visitors in our small village. I can't believe my idiot son is actually helping the legendary hero on his quest.
It's thanks to Popp that we're even alive. I don't know where I'd be without him. So, mister, what we were asking about?
Right, you want the legendary sword. Well, you won't find one in my shop, but it is possible there's something at my friend Lon's place.
Lon?
He's a Darkling that I met recently.
Darkling? Their name doesn't happen to be Lon Barrick, does it?
Sure. So?
Those dark armor weapons that Yunko uses were made ages ago by a guy with the same name, Lon Barrick. Yeah, he can help us.
Don't be so sure. He lives in the woods just outside the village. He's not interested in meeting new people.
Hat sich ja mit Jack angefreundet. Dafür, dass er keine Menschen mag? Ja, haben wir gerade schon gesehen. Da! Wie sind die so nah beieinander, die zwei Schlösser da? Weil das waren die... mit dem Dings-Symbol. Mit dem Königssymbol auf der Karte.
Go away. I no longer see the point of crafting these legendary weapons. Much less a fool's errand like attempting to forge the world's greatest sword.
Come on, you have to! If you don't help us, there's nobody else we can turn to!
You see, hero, my interest lies solely in how the weapons that I make perform on the battlefield. But recently, there's been no one worthy of wielding them. No matter how powerful the weapon, if the wielder doesn't have the skill, it's nothing but an ornament. You see those swords over there? I forged them to pay for my meals, but they're better than a normal blade. Just take one and leave.
Better than normal isn't enough. Even your dark armor blade couldn't withstand the Dragon Crest's power. They turn to dust. Please, mister. I need a weapon greater than the Demon Dragon Blade. Otherwise, we'll never be able to defeat the Dark Lord Hadlar.
What? The Demon Dragon Blade? You fought against that weapon? Go on. How did the battle end?
It was a draw. I managed to break the blade, but mine completely disintegrated. So I guess I lost.
You broke the Demon Dragon Blade with a weapon I crafted? Wonderful! That's magnificent!
Oh, he has the motivation.
Hey, Lon, what's so funny, huh?
How can I not be overjoyed? Didn't you know the Demon Dragon Blade was forged by the gods themselves? That sword is the exact weapon I've spent over a century of my life trying to replicate. To hear one of my own creations that I forged out of an inferior metal broke it! You have impressed me, boy. With you as its wielder, I can forge the world's greatest sword. I will need to craft it from the same material, but I'm almost certain it will end up being the winning blade.
Okay then, let's start!
Calm down. I said the same material, the same as the Demon Dragon Blade, or a calcum. Find it, and I can make the sword.
What?
Then we're all the way back at square one. Fantastic.
Come on, all we need to do is find some of this metal.
Yeah, sure. Easier said than... The Crown of Champions! King Romo said that it was made of orichalcum, didn't he?
To Dermline Island! Grandpa! Where is it? My Crown of Champions!
What's going on, Di? It should be somewhere in that pile.
Where? No, wait! I found it!
Bye.
Come clean up your mess!
Sorry, we're in a bit of a hurry.
Die!
King Romos, your majesty! Look, the Crown of Champions! Can we turn this into a weapon? We need to make a sword out of orichalcum.
That crown already belongs to you. And why should I stand in the way of the hero and his quest to bring peace to all of the kingdoms?
Your Highness, thank you!
A ship from Bangarna is entering port!
Not the most subtle, is it?
I don't like him.
Princess Leona, I've come, answering your summons.
King Bengarna, we specifically asked you to travel with discretion. A warship like this.
And what are those weapons?
They're tanks, King Romos. This elite force is the gem of my country. Isn't that right, Akeem?
Sir, Bengarna's tank brigade takes pride in being the strongest army of all the human kingdoms.
It's all about weapons now. Swords and magic are nothing against a cannon. This summit is a war council on strategies against the Dark Army, isn't it? So, where are the others?
Follow me.
I suppose even leaders of men can't always be admirable.
Crocodile, I know this is a bad time to ask, but we...
No need to worry. I will defend Papnica. I suppose it also has them too.
Okay, Popp.
Hold it! Let me rest a little! Just how many times do you think I've used Zoom today?
Still love Popp.
So what? Has he started yet?
The same as before. He tossed the crown into the furnace and now he's just staring at Dai's hand for some reason.
Long ago, people and their weapons were as one. Warriors trained relentlessly to be worthy of their blade, and that weapon would need to be equal with the wielder's skill. Now they're all worthless. All except for you. I need you to show me what it means to be worthy of wielding the most powerful weapon created. Jank, give me a hand. This is going to be a big job.
He hates humans, but he's a friend of Jank. I love it.
Lon has already started forging like a madman. I'm going to help him. Know that it's best not to break his concentration. According to him, this sword is going to be like a living thing bound specifically to your little friend in there. I can't imagine it'll be anything like making an ordinary weapon.
Oh, I get it. Interesting. That's why he was spending so much time studying Dai's hands in there.
Don't they say that a true weapon will choose its wielder? You've got this then. Thanks, Dad.
I don't need you to tell me that! Oh, what's wrong, miss?
I see it. I see it. A giant shadow. An awful, terrifying power. At this rate, Papnica will fall soon.
King Bengarna, as we've said, we must gather the world's forces as one if we want even a chance of defeating the Dark Army. That is the reason we've all gathered here.
And my army will lead the charge. Now everyone relax and leave it to me.
Your Majesty, my country Rengaya, it was known as the Great Fortress Kingdom, and yet our capital was destroyed, burnt to the ground by the Dragon Legion after only a week. The power needs to be witnessed if you want to understand. So forgive me, King, but the day that they come to your gates, you may wish for the sake of your country that you had done more to stop them before it got that far.
You insult me, General Bosun. Do you not understand that my army is the greatest to have ever existed?
All the effort put into getting everyone here. This is going nowhere.
Observe! My cutting-edge, top-class warship. My unstoppable tank brigade. No matter what forces the Dark Army may have, they can't...
He's gone.
I know... That's... impossible!
Schloss selbst kommt also, ja. So, are we in the final chapter? Are we in the final chapter? Do we need now to kill King Vern?
It's Sovereign Rock Castle!
Hi.
So Hyuncle's hypothesis was right. Sovereign Rock Castle itself is a walking fortress, a giant overfiend. Hold on! How did something that size get so close without anyone noticing?
Well, there's a thick mist covering the ocean.
A mist? Could it be... Mistfern?
Mist Vern.
Bengarna's ship. Just as Hadlar suspected. The world leaders are gathered here in Papnica. Pathetic ants who defy King Vern. I'll smoke them out and crush them.
Das war ein bisschen abgeschnitten. What about the sword? What about the sword? I want the sword.
It is no coincidence that they've chosen to attack today. They knew about this meeting.
Akim! Take command of the tank brigade! The army of Bengarna will not be defeated so easily! My tanks won't lose! They'll blow that lump of rock to smithereens, you'll see!
Follow me!
No, wait! That's not just some creature made of rocks! It's the Sovereign Rock Castle, the main fortress of the Dark Army! To face it head-on would mean absolute destruction!
I have my orders. Bengarna will prove itself on the battlefield. Win or lose, we must display the courage that may someday lead our kingdoms to victory!
Well, I did not trust this man at first. He has proven to be loyal to his king. I sense a warrior in him. I cannot let him fail.
Crocodile! Sorry for the wait! It's finally
Endlich
complete!
neue Axt für Crocodile.
Life of this weapon is in its magical jewel. Lucky it was undamaged, so I've rebuilt the blade using only the best Papnican steel. I call it the Vortex Axe Returns Mark II.
This will give me the strength of 100 soldiers.
We're counting on you! I will join you post-haste!
Don't go on the battlefield. Oh boy, you'll die.
It's no good. I still can't use the crystal ball the way my grandmother does.
Hey, that was enough. We just needed a glimpse. Something big is on its way.
We need to go immediately!
Hold it! Have you forgotten? This sword is being made for you. It's being imbued with a life force equal to yours. This is no ordinary weapon. It has a soul. When this blade reaches out to your soul, when it sees you as its wielder, it'll unleash the greatest power of all. That is why you must stay here and bear witness to its creation. A blade like this needs to hear Dai's soul speak directly to it. And without that voice calling out to it, this becomes merely another weapon destined for mediocrity.
Lon is pouring his life into creating it. It must take godly strength beyond our understanding to be able to make a sword like this one.
Okay then. Dai, you'll stay here. Wait here for your sword to be finished. We'll hold off the Dark Army for as long as we can.
But Popp, an enemy like that? We need to work together to even have a chance at winning!
And that's exactly why you have to stay here. They must have known that all the human leaders were going to be in the city. So we need this hero's sword now, more than ever before! The way you're acting, you'd think the rest of us couldn't even buy you a little time. After all we've been through, he should know better than that, right, ma'am?
Leave it to us.
You guys...
So, that's the deal. We'll keep those monsters busy.